I want to share with you certain concept, or one of the main concept of the process, the different stages of the growth of the human being, but especially the stages that goes from this world to the next world, in a very simple level, mostly based on the Arizal, the Leshem, the Zohar, Rabbi Ari Kaplan. It goes like that. That to achieve perfection, there are 10 main steps. That's why the spheros are 10. That's why the world was created with 10 powers, 10 statements. That's why there are 10 commandments. Every time you see 10 is the complete perfect number, the final stage, so to speak. So, those 10 stages, the first 7 stages, or first 6 stages, we should say, as that we call the first 6 days of creation, are we're never supposed to stop there. We're supposed to do the 7, 8, 9, 10. To put everything in perspective, the 10 steps are split into 3. The first step is the 6 days of creation. The second stage is the 7th day, Shabbos. And the third stage is Olam Haba. Those 10 steps correspond to the 10 spheros, obviously. And that's why we learn the spheros, to understand the growth process of the human being. The first 6 days correspond, because of Adam's sin. We were supposed to go to the 7th, but in a way, there's a pending. The 6th day was stretched, so to speak, meaning that we are still in the 6 stages, or the 6th day of the 6, or we could say the 6 days of creation, because David Melech says 1 day for God is 1,000 years for us. Therefore, the 6 days of creation correspond to 6,000 years. Right now we're in year 5,783. So we're 217 days away from the end of the 6th day, from Shkia, from Shabbos. This happened because of the sin, and therefore we had to rectify the 6 days that were broken or affected by Adam. Then comes the second stage, which is Shabbos. Shabbos is going to be going back to the level of Gan Eden, but in a rectified way, as if we had eaten from do the work, eaten from the tree, the Etz HaChaim, or the trees of the garden. And that's going to be 1,000 years. That's going to be 1,000 years with Moshiach. 1,000 years of Shabbos. 1,000 years with the third temple, where we will, anything that we haven't done yet now to become the great, to become the best of ourselves, we will understand the level that we can reach, the potential we can reach, what we have not done yet, and we're going to have 1,000 years to become that, to be ready for the third and final stage, which is Olam Haba. During those 1,000 years, so with the presence of Moshiach, there's going to be something called Tchias HaMesim, the resurrection of the dead. The resurrection of the dead will have as a purpose to rectify our body and get rid of the zuhama, of the poison of the snake. That's why some say we won't die anymore. And the idea is that we will be able to elevate our body to become back to the body of Adam Rishon was made out of light, not of skin. So Trias HaMesim will enable us to reach a level of perfection in the body that would enable the body and the soul to fuse, to be more similar to each other. And like an evolution process, the body will be transformed into a body of light, of energy, of spirituality. So there's still going to be a level of physicality, but not the physicality as we know it today, physicality that is more like energy, so to speak, like we say electricity, something like that. We don't know exactly how Adam Rishon looked, but the Arizal say he had a body of light. So spiritual, more spiritual than angels, because even the angels they looked at him like as he was greater than them. But what happened is that after those 1,000 years, where we will finally achieve the level where we're ready for Olam Haba, we have transformed, we've done everything we can to achieve Olam Haba. The difference between the 6th day and the 7th day, or the 6th millennium, 6,000 years, and the 7th millennium is that right now we still have free choice and we do it on our own with our own desire, our own choice. But when Moshiach comes, there won't be any more choice. So we will naturally do it because we will understand that that's the best thing for ourselves and creation and God. And finally, we will have refined ourselves so much, which is mostly the work of midot, of character traits, refinement of oneself. Then the body transforms himself. We become all ready for Olam Haba, and we have a body that is ready to enter Olam Haba, body and soul. And comes so the third stage, which is the 8th millennium, 9th millennium, 10th millennium. The reason was 3,000 years is because there's going to be 3 stages of Olam Haba. And each stages, says the Ramchal in Das Vunos and a few other places, that we are going to be more and more spiritually refined. So there's going to be a spiritual evolution, and we're going to become more and more spiritual. Now, one thing I forgot to mention that I think is based on the Leshem and my understanding, it could be wrong, but that's how I understand that as we're going to do our job in the 7th millennium, we are going to resurrect at different time. Meaning I'm going to do the work on myself, and when I reach the level, I'm going to kind of transform my body. It's going to be a type of death of the old body and a resurrection, birth of a new body. It's like shed our skin, just like the skin, the snake and certain animals shed their skin. They will be reborn from like the cocoon, and the butterfly will be transformed into a new species, like the phoenix style. So so this will happen, each one at its own pace, based on how whoever finish its full evolution first. Rabbi Ari Kaplan said that will be part of potential technological advancements, how we understand, how we transform ourselves, we will heal ourselves, we understand how we heal on a scientific, spiritual level. Science and spirituality will be one. So, it's like you will send energy to heal people, to heal ourselves, like prayer, words, intentions, meditations. So we'll reach different level of ascension, and we will heal each other or oneself and achieve higher and higher level. And therefore, each one will be resurrected at different times, but eventually, when we achieve the final level of the end of the 10,000 years, everybody will have finished its transformation, and we are all ready to receive the full reward, Olam Haba, the reward of everything that we have worked for to become. And there will be 3 stages of refinement in this Olam Haba, in the reward. where each time we're going to be closer and closer to God, each time we're going to be more and more spiritual, together with the body will become itself more and more spiritual, and the elevation of the light of spirituality, the unity with Hashem himself, will be stronger and stronger and stronger, till we reach the 10,000 year. After that, I don't know, but it's clear that we will achieve a level of closeness to Hashem that was never experienced before. There's going to be a reboot. There's going to be something that's going to happen where it's like Abraham finished the 10 tests. There's a nakeda at the end, a type of resurrection. So a last stage transformation where we achieve a level that we cannot even start speaking about, understand. This is my understanding based on Chazal of the different stage of creation and transformation. Our job is to work on ourselves now, to do as much now before Moshiach comes, because when Moshiach comes, it's too late in terms to do it with our own strength, our own merit, our own desire. The Moshiach is waiting for us to do that work. The one reason is delayed because we are asking for Moshiach, and we're not asking we're not doing the work to rectify ourselves. Moshiach wants us to be rectified on our own to a certain degree. So do the work of tomorrow today. Become great today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Every day is another opportunity, is another reincarnation to be better than yesterday. Every morning when you wake up, is what can I do today that makes me better than yesterday? And then your body gets transformed, especially not so much in the religious act, because we know the religious act are only here to help us become more spiritual, to refine our character traits, to get closer to God. So I have to make sure everything I do religiously goes into that direction. I'm healing my body. I'm healing my character traits. It's all about the midos, the character traits, says the Ramchal. Mr. Sesharim also has 10 steps. So we have to reach the level where we are the most awesome, loving, pure, holy type of people. It doesn't matter how many times we fail. We are here to fail and to succeed and go back up. Shiva Nipal Vakum. Falls 7 times, the tzaddik, and goes back up. The idea is to not give up in our striving for perfection. We will never be perfect. Only Hashem is perfect, but we do the work towards perfection, and that's what's perfect in itself, with our perfect imperfections that God has given us. So work on your character traits, find strategies, heal yourself. All the negativity is because we have been hurt. Don't let the hurt make you negative. Negativity is what hurts your body. Heal yourself, love others, and God willing, you will evolve and be ready for a Tchias HaMesim before others. You'll be ready for Olam Haba before others. Although Olam Haba thing will come all at the same time, but Tchias HaMesim clearly, according to Leshem, is not going to happen in the same time. Different opinions, different stages based on your holiness, but you want to be able to enjoy as much as possible before Moshiach comes. And when he's here, be able to see the whole greatness of Hashem. It's all about celebrating the greatness of Hashem, the greatness of this world, the greatness of the secrets of creation, of everything. Plus, everything you do now, everything you work on now will enable you to be a teacher for humanity. Especially as a Jew, you have a mission to teach the world, to be a light to the nation, and you will be responsible to teach everyone how to fix yourself, how to elevate yourself, how to get close to God, how to transform yourself, how to evolve yourself, how to become more spiritual, and be ready for the higher stages of creation. Thank you for listening, and now it's time just to work on becoming the best of who we can be.